Have to get reading glasses on here. Okay, that one's contrast bright and listen. Listen to that. I'm doing brightness. This thing used to have a full raster, used to have full screen, then it started bouncing. Last time I had it on, it shrunk down to about the vertical about there. So what I'm going to do at this point right now, it's funny, I got two of these. I'm going to put in 220 at 200 volts. Requires those, and it requires one 300. Let's see. Here's what it requires: 300, 200, a 100, and a 10. So I'm going to put a 200 in where the 100 is. Because if I have the other style, it's electrolytic, it's axle leads, I call it. So, and the issues are how I'm going to get that electrolytic out of there. It's got obviously a rim down there. Might as well shut it off. Do it that way. Yeah. I put some green foamies in here. I plan to put green ones up there. I already had it out once. I had them on soldered. So we got red, yellow, orange, white. They are marked. But I got this rim around here. My original thoughts was to hacksaw that out maybe, but I see these little itty bitty nuts, so I might try to disassemble it. But my original thoughts was, but I didn't know it had this spot for this for these wire wound resistors that clip in there, so I'd have to just figure something out with that. Another thing I noticed right away when I got this TV off of eBay, that this was soldered. I could tell that right away. And the problem with this one is it looks like there's window putty on the flyback corner there where the wire comes out for the cap of the high voltage rectifier. This is a capacitor across the damper, I'm assuming. That white stuff is like window putty. It might be high voltage putty, but this might, I don't know. I thought I got some high voltage putty and it's like clear. So I don't know what's wrong in here. If it is the power supply, there ain't a lot of capacitors around the vertical. Two of that green dog and this one. The rest are plate capacitors. We used to call them plate capacitors in the 70s. It's 470K and there's a 100 ohm there, right behind that brown wire. Right here, 100 ohm resistor that looks kind of tacky. This capacitor here, I think that's for the IF. It's only 100 volts. I will look into that. It looks very close to the IF stuff, so I'm assuming it's for that. So I don't know what to change in here to get my vertical deflection back. But I did see AC Humbar or ripple, whatever it's called, going up the picture tube. It started about 50% of the way up and traveled up, and so okay, a note on this. This has this on there. I removed it once to take the flyback off, but I don't know. There's no magnet in this thing, so it's not like an iron trap or something. I don't know why it's there, but when I removed it, I magic markered it, so. Okay, the pin number 1 is right here. That has a, I think a 4.7K resistor, I think. Or is it? I'll say the colors because I can't see it through this thing. Yeah, 4.7K there. Yellow, purple, red. Pin number 1. Okay, let's look at this so I know. I don't think I need to know that, what's up there, because that's going to get tied down. So I guess that's the best I can do right now, but like I say, I'm kind of afraid to work with the flyback transformer with this itty bitty stuff. And that thing is circuit board. So, and I don't know about these kind of capacitors. These kind of capacitors I've been watching on YouTube that you can't even get the leads hot because it'll change the capacity of these things. But I'm assuming that's, I don't know what it is. I don't have a schematic for this TV set. So I just go like I used to work on stuff in the 1970s, just trial and error. It's a GE. Looks like something that would be sold at Woolworth store. Maybe Kresge's. Woolworths. Newberry's was usually closed in our city. Clothing and stuff like that. Woolworths, where they had the 45s and the records. Kresge's, that was more crap in those stores. Woolworths was the only good store between the three. So, and of course the fine-tuning knob, whatever one it is defective. I have to try to get some fiberglass clothing and wrap around it, and with some epoxy glue, sand it up really well and wrap something around because it keeps slipping. So that's it. Another shorty of Beginner's Corner.